Hello everyone, you're welcome to this video. In today's video, we'll be talking about the 7 steps of the Igbo traditional wedding. We will talk about how the Igbo people do their traditional wedding. I'm making this video based on the fact that I received a call from a Ghanaian concerning one of the videos that I made. Okay, she stated that she doesn't understand Igbo culture, that she would have loved to know some things about the Igbo tradition. So this video is specifically made not only for the Igbo people, for Nigerians, and for any other person who is interested in understanding this aspect of the Igbo traditional culture. Before we move deep into the discussion, please, if you haven't followed our page, kindly follow our page on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates like this. The first step to Igbo traditional wedding, the introduction or the knocking on the door. In Igbo, it is called Ịkụ aka n'ụzọ, the introduction or the knocking on the door. Now, in this aspect, it is the groom that goes in search of the bride. He does this by going to the bride's house with his father, if his father is still alive. If his father is not alive, the person who represents his father, some of his family members. He goes to the lady's house, and when they get to the lady's house, they meet with the parents of the bride. They meet up with the parents of the bride. They are given seats. When they are seated, they are given kola nuts. First thing an Igbo person uses to accept you in his house is kola nuts. If you are not given kola nut, it is either that there is no kola nut at home as of the time you came, or you are not welcome. When an Igbo person presents a kola nut to you, it means that you are welcome into the house. So he presents the kola nut to the groom. When they are done eating the kola nut, the groom's father, it is the duty of his father to state the reason why they came to the bride's house. Now, when they tells the bride's father or the bride's parents, so to speak, why they came there, it is not the duty of the bride parents to tell them to go home. Like, they have heard them, they have heard what they said. They will need to talk to their daughter to know actually if she knows the person or if she will be interested. So that is the first step they will take, which is the introduction, knocking on the door. In Igbo, it is called Ịkụ aka n'ụzọ. Now, the second step is the family background investigation. The family background investigation. Before this time, the bride's father had already asked the bride if she is interested in the marriage. It is from her response that will make the man, the bride's father, to go ahead with investigating. And sometimes they even do this investigation without the bride knowing. Now, the reason they do this investigation is to know about where the groom came from, his family origin, his blood, even health, how good their health is. Like, if they have sickness, a kind of a sickle cell kind of sickness, that's an example of the health issue. So the groom's parents also go about asking questions. They even do this investigation before they come to the girl's family. They most of the time investigate the girl's family before they approach them. Then in return, The bride's parents will also go and investigate the groom's parents without the groom's parents or family knowing, and most of the time without the bride even knowing that they have gone for the investigation. The third step is the follow-up visit for the discussing of the bridal list. The follow-up visit for the discussing of bridal list. In Igbo, it is called Ihu isi nwanyị. Ihu isi nwanyị. Now, in this angle, the parents of the bride is going to give the list, the traditional list necessary for the groom to get the things that are listed inside the list. Now, these things are for the bride's parents and for the community at large. You can see some things like tubers of yam, cash gifts, drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, a cow, goat, bags of rice, name it, depending on what is written inside the list. Every Igbo community have their own different kind of list. It is not the same list in every part of Igbo land that is given to a groom when he goes out in search of a bride. Now, the fourth step is the dowry negotiation. The dowry negotiation. Now, in the olden days, the bride's parents go as far as asking the groom to pay any amount. They even sometimes they even do exchange of this kind of thing with tubers of yam. They don't want to know if there will be any negative effect. In the olden days I'm talking about, they go as far as asking for any amount of money from the groom when they are negotiating for the dowry. But in this present day Igbo tradition, parents don't give their daughters out again like that. They request for just little amount of money from the groom. This is to let the groom know that they are not selling their daughters off. They are not selling their daughters off. And in case of any necessity, maybe let's say in the case of divorce, and when the groom will go back to request for his dowry, so that it will not be difficult for the bride's family to cater up for the amount that the groom paid for the dowry and give back to the groom. You understand that aspect? Now, the fifth step is the traditional wedding ceremony. And this traditional wedding ceremony is attended by both families, the bride's families, the groom families, their friends, their well-wishers, everybody. Everybody is always present during this particular section of the Igbo traditional wedding. Now, the bride is allowed to have aswebi. That is the bridal train. She gets some of her friends or some of her relatives, female, who are going to dance with her during the ceremony. It's like they come to support her during her traditional wedding ceremony. The groom also go ahead. It depends on the groom anyway. It's not all the groom that go ahead to get a groom men. Some of the men these days do it, while some just get a best men. You understand? Some just get best men. The bride gets her own aswebi train. Now they also have the wine carrying and the wedding ceremony. Now, in this aspect, the lady is given the drink, the wine carrying. She goes to her father, kneels in front of her father. The father pours a drink in a cup and it is palm wine. It is palm wine. That is the traditional drink given to a lady who is about to unite with her husband. That is the only wine that is accepted. These days, some when they don't see wine, they can go ahead and use other. That's not the main Igbo traditional wine carrying. It is strictly palm wine. So when the father gives the bride the drink, he asks her to go and show the everybody, people who gathered, the family members and friends and well-wishers who gather for the occasion, who her husband is. So in this aspect, she goes out in search of her husband. When she gets to her husband, she kneels before him, sip the drink a little, and give the man. When the man drinks, when the man gulps the palm wine, he dips his hand inside his pocket, gets any amount of money he wishes to, and puts it inside the cup. It is for the bride or the bride's father. Mostly, the bride's father take the money, and it's like an appreciation. That's in every angle they always appreciate. Every angle they always appreciate. So when he dips the money inside the cup, he helps the bride up. The both of them walk back to the bride's family. Now, note that the bride must have to look for the groom in the crowd. The groom hides. The groom hides. The groom can even go as far as leaving his friends where they are seated and go to a particular spot and hide. Now, that is the traditional way of looking for her husband. You get, so that she would identify. You will, in this situation, you will see some men who will be telling her, give me, I'm the one, give me, I'm the one. You understand? It's just for fun. So within her, she knows who her groom is. So she goes about looking for him and giving him the drink. When she finds him, he gobs the drink, puts money, and they go back to the bride's father. When they get to the bride's father, they kneel in front of him. When they get to the bride's father, they kneel in front of him, and he blesses them. In this aspect now, the bride's father will now pray for them. He will wish them long life, prosperity, unity, love, understanding. He will also pray that they have children. That is the role they play in that particular angle. The next step, which is the sixth step, is the new home send off of the bride by her parents. Now, in this situation, the bride's parents buy gifts. This is a very emotional part for the bride. They buy gifts for the bride, and it depends on how their money, what their money can purchase. Some parents buy cooking utensil, some buy luggage, some buy anything their money can acquire as of that moment. Things that are needed in the home. Our new generation parents, some of them go as far as buying washing machine for their children, buy AC, standing fan, anything their money can acquire. They buy this thing for the lady, and you will see the lady in tears. Now, in this aspect, the lady is expected to go home with the groom and his family for the first time officially. She's going home to the groom's family this time around without any of her parents, her siblings, nobody. Maybe one of her friends can go with her, maybe to keep her company. It depends on how the situation is. And the bride is always seen crying for the ones who are too emotional. Now, the next step, which is the seventh and last step, is the bride's family's first visit to the newlyweds In Igbo, it is called Imata Olodi, to know where the husband of their daughter is living. This kind of visitation is unofficial. It is like informal visitation. They go there just to know where their daughter is living, and also to know whether she is living well. You get? They are giving kola nuts. That is very important. Anywhere you go to in an Igbo land and they receive you with kola nuts, you are very much welcome. If the kola nut is not present, they will let you understand. There is an adage, there is a way they will traditionally tell you that there is no kola nut at home. Don't mind me because of this heat. I can't put on the fan. If I put on the fan, it is going to obstruct the sound of my video. So if they receive you with kola nut, you are welcome. If there is no kola nut, they will explain traditionally that there is no kola nut. And another thing, if you don't see any kola nut, you are not welcome. If they don't explain anything to you, you are not giving anything, no kola nut, no traditional drink, you are not welcome. Now, after the visitation, that is where everything ends. That is where everything ends. The bride begins her home with her newly wedded husband. This is the Igbo traditional wedding ceremony. I don't know what you think about the video. I stand corrected if there is any place if there is anything I missed. Before I end the video, I appreciate every one of you. And thank you for always commenting. Thank you for always sharing our videos. Thank you for always liking our videos. Thank you for viewing our videos. And what do you think about this video? Kindly like, comment, and share this video. Also follow us up on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative videos as this. And see you in our next video.